Well, good morning, and good morning. It is Coach April L. here wishing you a happy Monday. Yes, it is Monday, and we have made it through yet another weekend. I hope by now that you have already said your prayers, that you have already thanked God for allowing you to see this day, and that you have already affirmed yourselves and affirmed your day and affirmed your week. This is going to be a fantastic week. It is. It's going to be a fantastic week. I am back from vacation from last week, a little sunburnt, but very well rested. So I am ready to rock and roll this week. So that's why I said it's going to be a fantastic week. But really quickly, I just wanted to pop in this morning to encourage you about your past and to just let you know that going back is not an option. Going back is not always the best option. And just having a transparent moment with you all this morning. After, of course, you all know that I've been divorced and had a lot of loss and all that good stuff. But still, even some years later, dealing with the fallout of my life changing so much and so fast, that a lot of things, sometimes I find myself thinking or wishing that I could go back. It's like, oh, I wish I can go back to when this was easier. I wish I can go back to that point. Things were a lot fun then or easier then. But the truth is, going back is not an option. And I think that's probably a situation for, or the reality for a lot of us. Going back is just not an option. It's the past. It's over with. It's done with. And no matter how much we wish it could change, it's just not. And then I started thinking, I'm like, well, what's bringing this on? Why do I feel like that sometimes? It's because of the uncertainty of what is ahead. And I think that's something that we all struggle with at some point or another when we do have to move forward. The uncertainty. And the uncertainty brings on fear. And of course, the fear sometimes makes us stuck. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes things are better. They are better when you decide to go forward. They are better when you leave the past in the past. They're better when you really realize that going back is not an option. So you have to go forward. It's better. It's better on the other side. And everything is done for a reason. And when I went to church on yesterday, it started off in our women's empowerment class, and the scripture that was being taught on was Romans 8:28. That was being referenced to. And that is the scripture that I have stood on for a very long time, because all things do work out for our good. So you have to trust the process. You have to trust the promise keeper, that whatever is happening, you can't go back, but what will happen will work out for your good. Does that make sense? So trust that going back is not an option. Trust that whatever's on the other side of what you're going through today is going to be better. And you have to change your attitude, with something my pastor spoke on yesterday as well. You have to change your attitude. You have to change your perspective and how you think about things. That's why I'm really, really big on affirmations, speaking positive, confessing positive things all the time, because there's so much negativity. And it's so easy sometimes for us to look at things negatively, like really quickly. It's like, oh, that's not going to work. Or, oh, so you got to speak positive things. You have to have positive things on standby in your life, in your mind. You have to have scriptures on standby in your spirit, so that as soon as something negative happens, or as soon as something comes and tries to shake you, that stuff comes up quickly. You can change your mind quickly. You're training your thoughts to think positive and to combat the negative, because whatever you're thinking about is what's going to really happen. So always look at things from a positive side, and just realize that if there's something that you have to leave, or you have left, going back is not an option. And sometimes going forward is not a bad thing. Most times going forward is not a bad thing. But it's Coach April L here this morning. Just wanted to encourage you with that. Also wanted to offer you a free 15-minute discovery call with me. We will meet face to face and just kind of chat. If you're having issues with your past or not being able to go forward or feeling stuck or the uncertainty has gotten you to a place where you're in fear, call me and let's talk about it. So log on to www.aprille.com and book your free discovery call session. I would love to talk to you and love to work with you in the future. So until next week, I'll see you all later. Have a beautiful Monday.